Everybody, Kenan here, hanging out with the cherry-head tortoises today. Thought I'd do something outdoors again. I like coming out here and being out in the yard. It's more fun than in the studio for me. And right now I got some Missouri tortoise diet down, and these guys are just coming on out, waking up, and they'll be doing their thing. I'm going to be able to answer questions right here on my phone. What's up, Leprechaun Gaming? You got a nice gator, snake, and turtle emoji. Very cool. Also want to thank everyone who's been buying shirts from Kamp Kenan. We appreciate it. We are working on the international deliveries and shipping, but we will have children's sizes next week, as well as women's sizes and double XL. So hang tight for that, everybody. It's going to be really cool. So here we are right now. I thought the cherry heads would be a really cool thing to do because this tortoise is very popular. As you can see, they don't get big. They're basically redfoot tortoises that just don't get as large. I'm going to move over here so you can see these two nibbling right there. They're redfoot tortoises that don't get very large. They keep the red head and they have incredible color. So check this out. You can really get an idea for how pretty they are. They keep that red head throughout their entire lives. They have this marbling. Some of them have a marbling on the shell, which is really nice. Really beautiful tortoise. They come from an area in Brazil, and that's why some people call these Brazilian cherry heads. And for some reason, when they came in back in the 80s during the pet trade boom, these just were more colorful from Brazil, and they were also smaller. They don't get quite as large as the normal redfoot tortoise. These guys are, really easy to care for. Some of you guys that might be living up north, you want to have a tortoise, but you don't want one that gets really huge. Definitely look into the cherry head. This is a really cool male. This is a full-grown adult male. Look at the eyes on this guy. Is that incredible? I mean, he's got the most beautiful eyes, and this guy is fully grown. He is a small cherry head male, but you could see he's got a nice indentation here, the concavity, long tail. That's how you tell the difference. Really colorful face. So sick, huh? Loving it. These guys are just something else. And here, oh man, there's one drinking. I don't want to move the camera. Every time I move the camera, we get a lag. But these guys are just so incredible. Let's put him down. We're going to put this guy right down there and just make sure that everyone gets their food. I'm going to walk over here, and then I'm going to run over, and I'll make sure I can get your guys' questions answered. I just wanted to bring out some of them. There are 11 cherry heads in this enclosure. I've got 3 males and 8 females. So they give me a lot of babies. They're really cool. Let's see what the questions are doing right now. I can say hello to everybody. What's everybody doing here? Oh boy. All right. Yeah, the show started, Ants and Mice. What are you doing? They are cute. Thank you, Talia Simmers. Let's see. Ontario, Canada is too far north to have a small tortoise. Well, Richard, if you live outdoors, yes, but you can bring them inside. Let's see. Love this species, but mine have yellow heads. Well, then they are probably redfoots and not the cherry head. Bolim04. Hi from Brazil. There you go, man. Guilherme Darquez. Yes, these tortoises are actually native to Brazil. So that's cool. We got some folks from Brazil saying hello to us. Hello from Poland. Don't know any tortoises from Poland, but Suchi 1939, thanks for watching. Thor, you may get a shout out. There you go, Thor. All right, man. Let's see. Fan from India. Hi, where would you stay here in your trip? Sahi Shakir. I'm going to be down in the south of India near Agumbe rainforest, the King Cobra research station. Very cool. So basically these guys are going to be, they eat the Missouri. They're going to eat every bit of vegetation you can get them. I get them the cactus, which I have growing right over here. I can just take a cactus pad, rip it off from over here, come on back and start feeding these guys. Just throwing the cactus down and getting them interested in it. Sometimes they want it, sometimes they don't. Let's see. I think, yes, gonna get a nibble. Possibly. I think they're more interested in that finger and or the Missouri tortoise diet. But these guys are gonna eat, small bits of fruit, non-citrus fruit. They're gonna eat some grasses. They're really gonna be just walking around looking for food all the time when they're out here. So escarole lettuce, romaine lettuce, collard greens, turnip greens, those are all good choices if you live up north and you're looking for something to eat. Hamza Ahmed, hello from the UK. What's up, man? We got, shout me out, Mohammed from Saudi Arabia. Mohammed Gadhe, how you doing, man? It's very dry out there, man, and I don't think these guys would do good out in the desert. But I know that many species, you got some really great tortoises in the Middle East, so that's really cool. Let's see, need info on incubation on my redfoot. Do you have any? And a page. All right, Christine. So here's the deal. The cherry heads and redfoots tend to have similar incubation lengths. And matter of fact, I'm going to come on up here since we're going to move over and start talking about incubation. I had some babies. Here's the eggshell. Let's get that. Maybe it'll focus. Give it a second to focus. There it goes. They were laid on 8/21, right? This was laid on 8/21. And let's show you what we got now. We got ourselves a little baby cherry head. We got a bunch of them, and they're going to have a little goofy shells when they're born, kind of like a baby human when their heads are a little misshapen. But this is a baby cherry head. You see how nice and colorful they are? Really, really beautiful baby tortoise right here. We also have the yolk. You can see the yolk sac right there being absorbed. And I have another one. Let's see, you can see a little variation in their shells. Some are darker, some are lighter. This one has misshapen scutes, irregular scutes, still a healthy animal, but it's just got those irregular scutes. But you can see just little different variation on the color on these small ones. So now a funny thing, if you were watching my Instagram a few weeks back, I had this little dude. I dug him up. He was in the ground, and he hatched out. His yolk is almost completely absorbed, but he incubated actually in the ground here in this enclosure. So his parents are walking around beneath me right now. Very, very cool to come out here and find baby tortoises just kind of hanging out. And with these little guys, what I like to do is I took them out, and you can see I put them in this kind of container out of the incubation medium with wet paper towel. This helps the humidity, and it also helps them get the eggshell off of their actual shells, because sometimes if you keep it too dry in the incubator, what can happen is the shell can kind of make like a tourniquet around, the eggshell will make a tourniquet around their shell, and it can really deform their shell. And in some cases, the mucus or the egg liquid can dry on their nostrils and suffocate them. So you got to be careful about that as well. So there are the babies. How cool is that? Let's go back to the questions, see what everyone's doing here today. We're going to have a fun one. Let's see. Pacific Northwest. What tortoises would you recommend for the Pacific Northwest climate? Josh Palmer. You know, redfoots. Listen, if you're going to keep them outdoors, you're only going to be able to keep them outdoors a couple months, if that. I know it's very wet and very cool up there. I would actually look into the Burmese mountain tortoise, because they tend to handle high humidity very well. They love it. They don't care if it's hot and cold, hot and wet, or cold and wet. So I'd look into the Burmese mountain tortoise or the elongated tortoise. I do sell baby elongateds. I do sell baby cherry heads. You just email me at KampKenan, Kamp Kenan at gmail.com. Sorry guys, got a little confused. Email me that. You know, these cherry heads are going to need to grow a little bit, so it'll be a few weeks before I can ship them out. And I'm still waiting on the elongated tortoises. Right now, the only tortoises I have are a couple of redfoots, and I have some Greek tortoises that I can sell. Let's see. Lovesick Puppy 8, LSP8. I love you too. Thank you for saying that. I needed that today. Let's see. I have box turtles in Ohio that are sleeping. Yes, you do, because it's cold up in Ohio and they're hibernating right now. Is the UK suitable for a reptilian? Yeah, I think so. I think you need to, you know, just try and get a smaller species of tortoise, or some kind of snake, or a lizard that you can easily house indoors during your wet, cold winters. But here's another cherry head I'm holding up there. We got someone from Kosovo. What's up, Art? Nice to meet you. All right, cool. Let's see. Lots of questions. Do I have any aggressive tortoises? Good question. I'm not in this particular enclosure. I don't. But I do have some sulcatas that get pretty aggressive during the breeding season, and that can be a pain in the neck. But you have to watch, because sometimes the sulcatas can injure each other with their gular projections. So you got to look out for that. How would I learn to look after crocodilians? Well, I would volunteer at a zoo if you could, read books, and then move to Florida and start an apprenticeship with one of the many crocodile people that live down here. Let's see. Slinky is good, Lovesick Puppy. Slinky is over there. I'd move the camera, but then it would create all kinds of drama, and people would yell at me for the lag. And I don't want to get yelled at. I'm very sensitive. I just don't want to get yelled at. Let's see. I am looking for more. Do I keep beardies from Leprechaun Gaming? Nope, I do not. No beardies. I like them, but I just don't do them. Let's see. Can tortoises live inside and thrive for most of their life if I can't get them outside half the year? Richard Brown asked that. Yes, if you have the proper lighting and you have a large enough enclosure and you're creating environmental stimuli that mimics the outdoors, they can be, but it's always really good to get those animals out as much as possible. So important. Gage Rooker, what's up? Is it possible to keep a sulcata in Connecticut? Ryan, I wouldn't bother. I'd look for a smaller tortoise like the cherry head right here. Oh, look, and this cherry head's decided to nibble on this cactus right here. Yeah, I would go to smaller tortoise. It's just not fair to keep those tortoises, you know, indoors because they're so large and they like to move about. So it's very important to make sure that you're not doing that. To me, I don't mean to sound like, you know, a pain in the neck, but I kind of think, you know, never being outside is kind of cruel. So try and get those animals outdoors as much as you can. Denmark is in the house. I have been to Denmark, been to Copenhagen. Jay Jacol, I don't know how to say your name. I apologize. This guy is doing a number on this cactus pad, though. All right, who else do we got here? Goodness gracious. Josh Palmer, thanks for watching, bud. I appreciate you enjoying this information. Let's see, the elephant ear plant in the background. What species can eat them? Well, my redfoots, my elongateds, my mountain tortoise, my cherryheads, and my yellowfoots all eat it without any drama. That's why I grow it all over the place. I try and grow it and I can walk around and just slice them off. Jasmine Stewart from New Zealand, she's just finished her certificate of veterinary nursing level 5. Was wondering how you would recommend starting up a reptile rescue. Love what you do. Thank you so much. Would love to get down to New Zealand and see the tuatara sometime and the weta and Middle Earth. But let's see. I would, you know, I think what you're doing is right in league. You know, I would do that. And what I did was basically just educate myself. And since you now have that credibility of veterinary medicine, I would go to the local veterinarians and let them know that you're setting up out of your house a reptile rescue that can help some of these injured animals, because many vets don't really know what to do with reptiles. Not too many are exotic animal vets. So it's important to do that. I would just start small in your house. You know, you have to manage your heart and your mind. And what I mean is your heart wants to take everything in. And that's tough because you're not going to be able to really do that before you get overwhelmed, and then you're not doing much good. You're just hurting the animals more. So try and manage your expectations and only take animals that you know you can handle and heal. And that's what I would say. But good luck down there. I really think that's cool. Let's see. Jeremiah from South Florida, what up? It's going to get cold tonight. Yeah, I think so. Not too cold, though. I'll get these animals in here in a little bit. Yeah, I want to show you something else, though. Before we go, I'm going to show you something else, and I think you're really going to like this. We did a video about him a little while ago, but I'm going to bring over the good old Fire Chief. I cleaned him up, and here he is, Fire Chief. This is a cherry head tortoise that is so unusually colored. And my friend John Heidecker got him from someone out west who actually got this tortoise at a Petco, if you can believe that. They didn't know what they had, and this tortoise is just incredible. So I'm going to put my phone down and really try and show you what this animal's all about. So you see, he is a cherry head. It's got that red head, but have you ever seen such incredible coloration on this shell? I mean, that is something else. I don't know what to tell you. Don't know what it is. I just know it's gorgeous. So we call him the Fire Chief because I guess he looks like a locomotive. I don't know, a fire engine. Really cool animal. We're trying to get him to breed, but I have not seen any breeding yet. He does have that long tail. It is a male. Just a very beautiful animal. And I'm just going to leave him here while I answer some questions here, man. Let's see. Have I ever been to Ireland? No, not yet, but I am Irish. Let's see. I'm looking for some good questions here, guys. All the information. Thank you so much, Apple Mad SDJ, for saying amazing channel. Also, the information you give us helps a lot. Thank you. What's the monthly expense for keeping such a large collection? Boy, I don't know. A lot. I don't know, maybe $400 or $500, and then you add in another, probably about $1,000 with all the the good old electric and heating and all that good stuff. So, you know, there you go. All right. Thanks for catching me live from Denmark, Alexander. Very cool, man. That is so rad. Do I go to, let's see, that's a Bolivian. Very good, Mike G. That's very possible. I don't know. I know that it is a cherry head. There are Peruvian cherry heads. There's Bolivian cherry heads. You can check them out. Can I make a vlog channel, Ryan Siegel? Well, I kind of thought that's what this is. Kind of vlogging right now, aren't I? I don't know. I mean, I got like a lot to do with this channel, dude. And then I'm going to India and Shell in, where am I going? When am I going? March or early spring. Hey from Japan. Cool. G-Core, hello back. Very cool. Let's see, other than donating, what ways can I get involved in the TSA and other turtle and tortoise conservation efforts? Josh Palmer. What I would suggest, Josh, is, you know, you get involved. There's all these TSA meetings, and I would actually find out where next year's meeting is going to be. And I would make sure I got to that meeting, and I would meet as many of the TSA people that you could, because there's always some kind of rescue going on, something that they need. There's volunteers. You can work at the Turtle Survival Center and volunteer there in South Carolina. They're always looking for help, and they never have enough money to do the work that they do. So if you can volunteer your time, that would be really, really great. This is, I want to point this away. I think he was getting ready to squirt at me. But yeah, there you have it. We're going to see a little bit of the male phallus here of the cherry-head tortoise. He's going to stick it out. There it is. Might as well see what it looks like. He's going to start sticking that thing out, I think. This way, some people always ask me, like, what does it look like? See that? And that's not even close to fully extended. It's a very long sexual organ, the male's penis. And this guy's just probably excited. He probably smells all the females around here, and he's getting a little excited. And goodness gracious, you know, I better let him go. But my goodness, that's what they do. So sometimes people will see that when these turtles evert their penis and they get scared, they're like, what is that? Is this thing okay? And it is okay as long as he can get it back in. If you can't get it back in, that's a problem. But there it is, guys. We are learning a lot here today. We're learning about cherry-head tortoise, birds, and bees. What do you think? Very cool. All right, guys. Shorter videos today on the live thing. You know, I don't want to just keep talking for the sake of talking. I think we got some good information out. Great animals. Let me give a couple more shout outs before I go. I love talking to you folks. I'm going to put this guy away. I'll give you a few more shout outs, maybe answer a question or two more, and then I have to break this down and start getting the animals ready for bed. All right, let's see. Let's go on the phone here. What do we got? Yeah, you can do a cherry head in California, Mackenzie 92. Thanks for loving the videos, JBC 3626. Appreciate doing them. Do they have issues retracting their penises? Sometimes, in which case you want to soak them in sugar water, and that helps shrink it and get it back up in there. Let's see. Can I keep a redfoot tortoise in England? If you can keep them indoors at, you know, about 85, 90 degrees with some good UVB lighting and so on. Do I have any mixed breed tortoises? No, Heather Moore, I do not. Do I any other educational wildlife channels on YouTube that I recommend? I don't know. I don't know. Try Nat Geo? I have no idea, actually. I would try my buddies at the Critter Cam. Those are good guys. I like their channel. All right, cool, man. That's it. I'm going to say goodbye. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and the cherry heads today. They're saying goodbye also. They're going back in their hide. They got done eating everything, and that's what I need to do. So I'm going to break down. We will see you Sunday with a bonus video, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much, everybody. Kenan signing off. I'll see you again real soon.